All right, we should be good. All right, just what's up, man?
Who are you?
First name again?
Cole.
Cole McKinley.
McKenney.
Yep. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from.
I'm Cole McKenney.
All that kind of stuff.
I'm from Boston, or I guess Braintree, but technically Boston, because everyone says they're from Boston when they're from Massachusetts. I'm a fifth year. Finished my 5th year doing high school basketball, 3rd fully doing varsity here at Rogers Camp, just to kind of learn and trying to get to the college level next year. So,
and the content's been real beneficial for you?
The second I found it, I'm like, why hadn't I seen this before? It was kind of just like stuff you don't see unless you like really reach out for it, which I think is kind of tough, because as a younger official, I was like, I can't learn unless I go from experience, and like I want to hear from people who have gone through what I went through. And I think with your content, it was just like instantly I'm like, I recognize exactly what they're talking about, and it relates to me. So it was kind of just a really good experience.
Being able to draw all those connections where you hear one thing while you're driving to a game, and you're like, wait, that happened to me yesterday.
Exactly, like, and I can take that into my game and like, oh, he had this situation happen where I'm like, in my head in the game, I'm like, shit, I just heard about the situation. I kind of know how to handle it. Let's implement it and see how it works. If it doesn't work, I don't use it again. If it works, I put it in my head and just kind of keep using that, especially with the coaches. I think that's what I've learned the most from your stuff, is just communication.
I know you just mentioned that I put out a flyer, right, promoting Rogers camps, and that's how you caught wind of this camp and wound up going. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I'm here, is because I knew there was going to be a lot of great connections. Like, you just came up to me and introduced yourself, and it's like, oh, I remember you from Facebook. You reached out to me that one time. And
yeah,
like,
no, it's just
a beautiful thing.
It is. It's just like being able to say like, hey, I know him from this, because he was so. I think what we talked about earlier in the class we just had was being a good partner. It's not even if you've never worked a game. I've never worked a game with you, but I feel like we connect well because you're a good person. I'm a good person, so it's like we kind of know when to say, like, I don't know, kind of when to say like, hey, how are you, or kind of leave someone alone, and maybe they're not the friendliest person to interact with. But from you, it's just like I felt like comfortable from the start, just saying hello, and especially like Al's over there, one of the people you can just go up and talk to. It's just there's people here that want to talk. They're not they're not held back. They're like, sorry, I don't want to talk. Yeah, that's different.
Well, I like what Roger was saying about being a good person. I think we need to talk more about that when it comes to even you know, you mentioned being a good partner. Well, you got to be a good person before you can even be a good partner. And I'm starting to talk a lot more about mindset and
yeah, because I think mindset is 75% of the game. It really is. Like, you can have a perfect call, but if you don't have the right mindset and you're kind of pushing and trying to get stuff, it's not going to work.
Hope to work a game with you this week.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's great meeting you.
Appreciate you, bro.